What up, world? You already know what time it is. Some more Mac is the host with the most. Never need to brag no boss. All we ever did was give a toast to the real folks who done paved the way in the real way. For us players to play. Parlay this good game for y'all today. I done got my right hand and with me, as usual. WI in the
Yeah.
building. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically
Yes,
acclaimed.
sir. Yes, sir. We
People, you know what I'm saying? Keep it real, son, and don't feel nothing.
Live
What's
in
happening,
effect.
player?
Live in
Yeah.
effect, live in the flesh.
Yeah. What you saying? What you saying? Everything blessed?
Can't complain. Won't stop, can't stop. Ready for that Mac talk. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. So it was a eventful weekend, man.
Yep.
I seen Drake was out in London doing his
Right.
London thing. But then come to find out this morning, I look online, I see Drake's top 5 got stabbed in the UK. Like, goddamn. How'd that happen?
Damn.
Was that some type of after party, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, see, that's why you don't mess with them UK cats. You know what I mean?
Hey man, anywhere you go, they got some real mofos. You know, you got some fake mofos, and you got some mofos that's ready to get down and dirty at any given moment. So you always got to be on your Q's and P's. You know, stay on point. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Is a simple situation of when you're not at home, you're in somebody else's house, take off your shoes. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be
No, but I
rubbing
heard
your
he
shoes all
was
up on
saying
the
that
people.
one that was soft, and you were saying some crazy shit like that.
He was
And
talking
I'm like,
down.
why are you talking like that? Because you're from Canada?
Right.
Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, these guys get a bunch of money and they feel like they're untouchable. That just goes to show you, it don't matter how much money you got, there's always somebody out there that's willing to.
yeah, but he got money, but he don't got Drake money, you know what I mean? So,
Nah, he definitely got Drake money. But I'm just saying,
a lot of them London cats are caked up, man.
and they don't really.
And they don't talk too much. They're low key. You know? A lot of them are from the Caribbean too, you know?
And they don't know top 5 like they know Drake. So they probably don't really care about top 5. They just know Drake.
Well, I don't want to say they don't care about them. They just know that he's not who he say he is. You know? And just
Say
out
what?
there saying you're saying the whole UK is soft. For sure they're gonna feel a ways, you know?
Right.
So I was watching this thing by Friday Ricky Dread, and he breaks down the whole thing, you know? So check out what Friday we can get have to say. Check out the week of hip hop. Air you. Let's break it down.
As also explained in my previous video, the Wasses were in attendance on the last night of the Wireless Festival when YG and FB stepped into the place with videos of YG and FB at the Wireless Fest, running around having a good old time. But later Sunday evening,
you already know, man. Salute to you, man. Let's get it.
There was reports that was coming down the pipeline on all social media platforms, especially the Reddit, saying that Top 5 was stabbed. Now there has been finally confirmation that Top 5 was actually stabbed while hanging out in the streets of London, talking to fans. And it's reported that while he was outside talking to fans, that a masked man walked past him and stabbed him in his neck. Now, there's been multiple reports, as well as a video that surfaced, saying that this is the video of the incident of what happened with Top 5. Now, I'm here to confirm to you guys that that is actually an old video and just trolling that's been going on from the fans as well as some of his ops. So that is not the actual incident of what happened with Top 5. Like I said, it's been reported that somebody had just walked by him while he was talking to fans and stabbed him in the neck. There's been other reports as well that there was a robbery going on, and there's been multiple posts from his different ops, as well as K Money, who posted his Instagram stories. And as you can see over here, this is from K Money's Instagram stories. He says live footage of Top 5 in the UK, and this is actually not the video as well from the incident, a troll video of something that happened a while back in the UK. But obviously, Top 5's ops are going to make sure that they take their shots at him. Now, while we were tracking the story from last night, and once again, I made a video that I put out at 3 a.m. covering the initial reaction from the incident. And in that video, I posted a clip from Academics where he had posted, "Praying for peace at Top 5, love you, brother." Now, there's been a little bit more that developed from this, where Academics went to do a live stream, and he went into a little bit more detail, not much more detail. However, he did say a little bit more on the matter.
Once again, they on the table? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I want you to pray for my brother, Top 5. You know, I hate when the family feuds. I love Top 5. Everybody knows I love Canada, I love Toronto. And there's always something going on, but again, we're trying to get into still waters.
Now this morning, on Monday morning, the news is rolling out on a multitude of social media pages, including Keep Six Solid, which is actually now confirming the stabbing. Now you can see over here the post from Keep Six Solid. It says Top 5 survives an attempted hit on his life in London after suffering stab wounds to his neck. The Toronto rapper was talking to fans when a masked man ran by and stabbed him. And also, I got to say this, with Keep Six Solid, he's actually in the UK. He is in London at the moment. So if anybody is going to have some information on this, I feel like Keep Six Solid would probably have more information on this matter. And then when you go through the comments over here, you got a comment here from YG saying, man, I scream for 911 with the laughing emojis. And even rappers from the UK are starting to chime in on the matter right here. There's a British rapper by the name of Ratlin who calls Top 5 police boy. And this is another post from Keep Six Solid. I guess he was in Keep Six Solid's comments. And if you see over here, and it says over here, police boy about call 911, laughing emojis, and then YG responds in there. Responding saying infama that. And for the people who are outside of Toronto or maybe outside of London who doesn't understand that, infama meaning rat or informer. So it's been a crazy morning, as you understand that. Infama meaning rat or informer.
People need to do Do some research before you troll the wrong rapper and end up being famous for the wrong reason. Yikes.
What happened?
So it's been a crazy, crazy morning as news and the different things that have been popping out. So I'll show you, for example. So like I was talking about before, there's a video over here, courtesy of Six Trench and a few other social media platforms that have been posting this video saying that this is a video from the incident.
Chill.
However, there has been multiple reports saying that this is also old footage from another incident that happened in the UK. But at this point, we are not sure. This could be aftermath after the stabbing that happened. And a lot of people are saying that this stems from Top 5 and some of the comments that he made towards the UK on day 2 while he was out there, saying that the UK ain't really like that when it comes to the steppers.
Hold on, I'm good. Free up for me, nigga. Come on, nigga. Clutch, nigga. What's up? Well, I'm in the London streets, nigga. You man can ever take this nigga crazy, man. Yo, IRL stream tomorrow. Stay tuned. Hold on,
We're at 17.
Top 5 in here, eh? Where are we going tonight? Let them know.
That's a great question.
There's no killers in the UK. There's like serious guys. They're not going to come kill us.
No?
They're not going to come kill us for safe. You people show your address. In America. Now listen.
All right, I'm going to go shower. I'll see you in a bit.
No, W's.
My dog.
Throw some W's for the Milk Boys.
Let's go.
My dogs. Yo, I'm out of
W's for top 5.
So there you have it. That's the video with him and Kyle from the Nelk Boys. In that video, you can see he said there's no real killers in the UK. I don't know if this has any correlation with this. Top 5 and the GGGs have a lot of stuff going on besides the issues that I mentioned earlier with the Wassas, with YG and FB stepping in town. And I said this in my last video. I don't think that there's a direct correlation between YG and FB stepping, getting to London and Top 5 getting stabbed subsequently that night. Okay, because once again, that would be just straight cop shit. But I am saying that there has a lot of been things that Top 5 has said while he's been out there. He's been trying to live stream. I played a clip earlier where he was saying that he's smoking on Clipse over there in the UK, which is something that aggravates a lot of people over here in Toronto. So I could imagine that he has multiple beefs that are going around, so you could never know where it's coming from, okay? But that's what we have right now. It is confirmed that Top 5 has been stabbed. He got a stab wound to the neck. He's obviously in hospital right now. We don't know what his exact condition is right now while he is in hospital, but we're hoping for the best, and hopefully he's able to pull through this, okay? Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Do you think that this is something that's directly correlated between his beef with the Wassas? Do you think that this is a beef that he might have had from saying what he said about the UK while he was on live stream with the Nelk Boys? Or do you think that it could just be one of his multiple beefs that he has and him and the GGs have all over the world? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Hit that like.
See what I'm talking about? That's exactly what we said. He was out there running his mouth. In somebody else's backyard. Can't do that. That's a no-no.
Right. Nope.
I don't care how gangster you is.
You have to respect a next man's.
Have a little bit more decorum. A little bit more couth.
Gracefulness. A man them lack gracefulness. And you see, that's what's gonna get you caught up. There's always somebody out there bigger than you, fam.
Yeah.
You know? Braver than you or more whatever. So it's okay, you're willing to raise up and do what you have to do when it's time to rep, but don't go around just being reckless for no reason, because then you're asking for it, and then when you get it, what are you gonna say?
Yeah. These are the situations, you know. Can't be too brazen.
Right.
Anybody could get touched. Respect is the key. No disrespect. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Plain and simple.
common courtesy and respect can bring you a long way in this life. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Y'all here talking crazy. Even if he's making money, it's like creating too much enemies for yourself for no reason.
For no reason.
You
You just want to prove to the world that you're willing to raise up and act foolish.
What part of the game is that? You know what I'm saying? What part of the game is that? I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah, I'm messing the game.
Crazy.
And you're making kind of look bad. Plus, Drake said London got the best rappers. Woof. When he said that, I was like, what? London got the best rappers. That's who he aspires to rap like. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Talk about adding insult to injury. Now, is Drake gonna? You gotta say something about his homeboy, you know? You gotta do something. At least say something, you know?
Right.
When I heard the whole thing, I was like, oh, the London Monday, and not no joke thing now. No joke thing they're doing it, you know?
Of course not. Yo, there's serious man everywhere, bro. You can't it could be in the deepest corner in the country. Yo, there's gonna be a serious man there, bro. Like, don't think that just because you're in an unfamiliar place that there's nobody there that's willing to hold themselves down. No, bro.
They're gonna defend the team for sure.
Respect is the key, man. For real.
Guys, respect one another, you know, in this life. Don't know enough money on the ground for that. No disrespect. Yep.
Exactly.
People gotta get that, you know,
Yep.
get that through their heads, man. And just be going around here trolling. Then it's all good. Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out which UK rapper is better than mine's out here. You know? Mine's in the States. I'm trying to figure that out. You talking about gigs? Can't be talking about Central C. You know what I mean? I don't know where Drake's going with that.
I'll give it to the UK Max. Enough of them are nice still. I'm not gonna lie. But to say they're the best, that's a reach.
Well, he was at some fest out there, so I guess, you know, he was catering to his audience. So I don't know why he's pandering like that. It is what it is. You know?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
I like some of them too still.
enough of them could spit. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. But
Yep.
to say they're the
Super quality.
spitters, I don't agree with that one.
They got some spitters. Who they got? I don't know all them still all their names, you know?
They got
The young
Skepta,
boys are telling me they got some spitters on there, so
Gigs, got
Skepta.
K Coke, Central C.
Yeah.
Who else they got up there? Who else?
Let's check out this video of this guy did to it.
Who that?
This is funny to me. This dude right here, quality.
Talk about my love for London rappers, the best lyricists in the world. Everybody says nobody can out-rap London. Nobody. No disrespect to America, no disrespect to my country, but
this man trying to renovate his ghostwriter list. I know what you're doing, Drake. I know exactly what you're doing. This man trying to renovate. He's trying to freaking renovate his ghostwriter list. Hold on.
nobody can out-rap London rappers. This is the best, highest level. This is what I aspire to be.
This is what I aspire to be. You 40. Drake, you 40. This is the best level. This is the highest level. This is what I aspire to be. You are 40. Still trying to get inspiration. You trying to find out. He trying to update his ghostwriter list. He said, none of you American ghostwriters, none of you Americans, none of you Americans. He about to start speaking Cockney and all that, y'all. He about to get another accent. Drake about to get another accent. You run to London. You run to the UK when you need a check balance. We know. We already know what this is about. Huh? Drake, we already know. You love everywhere you go, bro. Everywhere you go, you always do this little freaking motivation campaign about how much you love this area, how they the best. You do it over and over and over again. You a broken record. How many people are going to get fooled by your speeches of saying how much you love this area or you love these people all the time over and over again, how this area is the best, how that area is the best. Without Montreal, I wouldn't be here. I love Montreal. I wouldn't be here. Without Atlanta, y'all the best ever, man. I swear to God, y'all the best ever. Without y'all, without Houston, oh my God, I wouldn't be here, y'all. Houston, y'all the best I ever seen in my life, y'all. Houston, without Australia, I feel right at home in Australia. Right, Australia, I feel right at home. Even though I left y'all for 7 years, and I made the fastest tour in tour history. I started in February and I ended in February. I was only there for 3 weeks. I love Australia so much. It's my first home. I love y'all. My favorite home ever. I love the UK. I love London. London got the best rappers in the world. London. You do this all the time. You tour every different place, and when you tour to these places, that place has the best of whatever it is. The best food, the best freaking the hometown, whatever, the best living area, the best rappers. You go everywhere. You freaking travel agent, huh? You got turned into a travel agent. You're trying to find refuge. You're trying to find which place loves me the most. Whatever place loves me the most, that's the place that I want to be at. Huh? Toronto did me wrong, so I'm going to diss Toronto. America did me wrong, so I'm going to diss America. I have to find wherever I can go to get some love at. I aspire to be y'all. I'm 40 years old. And I aspire to be these lyrical London rappers. And no knock against London at all. Y'all do have some dope rappers out there. And if you're going to compare the London rappers to the rappers of today, like you want to say Travis Scott, 21 Savage, freaking Little Uzis, Little Yachty's, Offset. If you're comparing those lyrical American rappers to the London then you got an argument there. But it's just one American rapper that whooped your ass, Drake. It's one very, very powerful American rapper that whipped your ass, Drake. Do I gotta say who it is? The Boogeyman, Kendrick Lamar. No, I'm sorry, he's not the Boogeyman. He's the guy you go and get to kill the Boogeyman, Kendrick Lamar. Huh? It's just one very, very, very powerful deity of a rapper that whipped your ass. Like that one American rapper should be enough to call bullshit on your statement, Drake. You aspire to be the London rappers in your 40. You're still trying to, get inspired in your 40, right? You will think you got the game down pat by now. You don't. You still aspire to be other men. Like I said, you need to seek other men out there. You need men to become whole. You need man. You need to look towards man to become whole. You can't do it on your own. You're renovating your ghostwriter list. Kendrick Lamar pays homage to the legends like Rakim. That's what he said. Half of my profit should go to Rakim. He just said it. And Whips and Chains. The difference in the battle between how Kendrick Lamar learned the hip hop game and how you learned the hip hop game, it speaks volume. It's just that this is what happened. You had that mindset. Kendrick Lamar had this mindset, and look what happened to you. The worst body in freaking hip hop history is because it's you. And I know why you mad. You're like, I gathered all those American and Toronto ghostwriters, and they killed me. I got killed. I gathered all those American ghostwriters. I gathered all those the Canada ghostwriters, and I still died. I gotta move on. The most lyrical ghostwriters I had got bodied by this powerful deity, the Elohim. You can't escape your destiny. Kendrick Lamar was you was never going to see a Kendrick Lamar again. He's the Elohim. He's the Alpha and the Omega. So no matter where you try to run to say who's the best rappers, the best lyricists, you're going to London to renovate your ghostwriter list. You just updated. You got upset with your freaking American ghostwriters and your Toronto ghostwriters. You're not fooling me. Party Next Door wasn't it. Little Yachty, freaking whoever. Whatever the dude is, I forgot the other ghostwriters you had, how many ghostwriters you had. They wasn't it. All the Lil Wayne help you got for you, it wasn't it for your whole career. All those ghostwriters, the Americans, the Toronto ghostwriters, end up losing to Kendrick Lamar. You like, damn, I thought I had the most lyrical mother efforts in the game. And then I get bodied like this. So I gotta go find refuge, and I gotta find a new set, a new playlist of ghostwriters. I need some friendly ghosts. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of new Caspers out there. This is what the whole tour is about. I want to see you lyrical guys go crazy, speaking all the Cockney language. I love the Cockney language. I want another accent. I'm trying to evolve. I'm trying to transform. It's Mighty Morphin time. You little Power Ranger? You keep trying to morph yourself into something that you're not. You keep trying to find a home. You keep trying to find a place. You're trying to find love. You need man for validation. You lost really bad to an American rapper. Drake, this is just put this in perspective for you to help you out. You know what I mean? You lost really bad to an American rapper. And yet you go on stage and say London has the best lyricists of all. Nobody can out-rap London. Nobody can out-rap London. They got the best lyricists, whatever. And I'm like, yo, cool. Think that way, especially if you got Offset, Travis Scott, and 21 Savage, and these guys being the front runner. But we have one American rapper that's just, if not the greatest rapper of all time. If he not the one, he got to be the two. The greatest rapper of all time. And you come out here and you say these things because you're hurt. You're still bitter. You're still freaking in agony. Your heart still hurts. You're still trying to seek validation from man. An American rapper beat you into Finding Nemo. We don't know where you at. You trying to tour. You get upset with your city. You try to freaking do the freaking festival in the freaking city of Toronto. Roger said, no! You got us messed up if you think we about to stop the best rapper of all time to perform here over you? Crody? No! Everywhere you go, you want to spread love, and you spread how you say they're the best area. Australia, the best home. Freaking UK got the best lyric. Everywhere you go, you do this. You know, this is the most love ever. I get out of it. You're not even going back. You're going to be in UK, and then you're not going to even go back. You're going to try to find someone. You're going to be in Brazil. Oh, you can't go to Brazil. I forgot. You fucking burnt ties in Brazil. Whatever. You're going to go to Mexico, I guess, and say, oh, man, y'all the best ever out here. The best lyricists ever in Mexico. You go, I don't know who's going to fall for it. I don't know who's going to keep on falling for you going to every area and saying they're the best in that certain area. You lost all.
Is that what you're doing, Drake? Is that what you're doing? Because it seems to me like you're pandering a little bit too hard there. UK got the best rappers, man. Probably got some hard dudes still. Skepta is hard. Skepta. Oh, that's some hard dudes. What do you think? You think you can put 5 London rappers against 5 or rappers out here? And they're taking home the crown?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. He said, yeah. Nas, J, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap. And who else? Rakim. Those 5 against 5 London cats. Who will be the London cats?
Oh man. Need our top 5 London. Starting 5.
Basically. So Drake looking for writers. Yep, it looks like it. But hey man, he's doing what he gotta do, right?
Man's D riding hard.
Because
Well,
you know, Kendrick got the American side right now, so he's like, let me go get UK. Because he's going with the whole politics thing too, you know?
right.
Yeah. It just kind of, whatever. And yo, did you see Jimmy and versus the Clipse? They went back and forth, man.
Who? Jim Jones? Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Jones.
Man's trying to keep himself relevant.
Yeah.
He's going
But,
back with the about what?
Huh?
He's going back and forth with the Clipse about what?
I don't know. Maybe he wants. He thinks he's a better rapper. I don't know. But it was a nice little tiny desk performance. Jim Jones came back. I think he didn't put nothing out. He put something out.
Do you remember Jim Jones's last project? Ah.
Oh, they got Slick Rick. Yeah, you're right.
Pardon?
I see we're gonna check it out. Urban Politicians, right quick. Fair use.
All right, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Jones conversation that made its way into the timeline once again. Now, Jim Jones recently been viral on the internet, as he called it, with his algorithm been taking shots at Nas. But this time right here, you don't remember, 2023, they had put out a list, and Jim Jones did jump out there first, where they were ranking the top rappers, and I think Pusha T was in the top 50. Jim Jones went on like 3 different platforms and said he disagreed with that. Pusha T didn't really have, he wasn't bringing people out. Nobody was riding around listening to Pusha T. Even went to the Breakfast Club with it as well and was standing on it. Now, we automatically knew this was because of his Drake alliance, because what issues have him and Pusha T had, or the Clipse had in the past. We like, what? Why is Jim Jones going this crazy with it?
All right.
Pretty cool, man. Jim Jones was popular on that. We rocked with it, but sold him out They've been doing a promo run for it, and they did a Tiny Desk performance. And I must say, with them doing this Tiny Desk performance, bro, it was dope. It was so quality the way that they did it. It sounded like they was really just listening to the song, but they was rapping it live with the band. It went up. Most definitely. We wasn't expecting that. That was real fire. It was pretty much flawless in my opinion. But they did the chains and whips on there. So that got circled around the blogs, different things where they was breaking down lyrics on the Genius. So Jim Jones caught wind of that Tiny Desk performance and went up to his Instagram and said, I thought we addressed this already. He gonna need a bigger desk because that one was too tiny. This is surgical. I'm not a storyteller. I'm a life liver, and your brother's still a fiend to me, LOL. And he put up that video he did 2 years ago, responding to them right there for what they had said. And if you don't remember them lyrics, Pusha T was like, you run from the spirit of repossession, too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bees, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery fueling your regression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Be aware of my name, that there is too delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces. I'll hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the H of it. You think it'll be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape your relevance with all in the room, but here's the elephant. You're chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. There's no tombstones in the desert. Now, that was him taking that jab right there. And it came off as like, hey, he was trying to prove some loyalty to Drake because of their past issues. Why was he going at Pusha T? Well, when Jim came back, he said, hey, that ish was trash. We gonna let them get a do-over. They got you gas. You must think that you the new Hover. Lil 4.0 nigga, I jumped in the new Rover. Your brother still jump in the bed and tell you move over. These two roach niggas don't know what to do in no raid. Kanye gave you whips, but that's what they do to slaves. The only beef you know, nigga, is Arby's or Big Macs. We don't drive through. We drive by in the car with the Big Mac. The last issue dropped, that ish was garbage. Take that ish back. Plus, you got your brother back rapping. What you trying to do, bring the Clipse back? And Jim Jones was pressing the line like, hey, y'all ain't never sold no dope. You're not really street. He made the reference with the Max because Pusha T did do that McDonald's jingle back in the game. But, hey, I'm here for it. It's rap. It's conversation talk. Jim Jones recently just jumped out there at Nas, but at least this time he did respond on wax. I'm with that. Now, I'll say this, bro. Pusha T most definitely got to be in the top 50 rappers, just in my personal opinion. Jim Jones knows that as well. He just was jumping out there in that moment. And it was like, where is this coming from? Still to this day, it's like, where is it coming from? And, man, I went through that Clipse album. It is jamming, bro. They really did their stuff, bro. This was a mean rollout. Most definitely the Tiny Desk performance, like I said, was flawless, bro. That really took a nigga back to growing up jamming the Clipse, bro. They took a nigga back to almost, it felt like that vibe when a nigga heard it for the first time in school, bro. Or what? I don't even know what grade I was in. I was young when we heard it when it came out, though. But I was like, bro, these niggas hard, and it took a nigga back again. Like, hold on, it's that Clipse, nigga. It's back for real. So the album got that old vibe to it. They spitting. I had to listen to it a couple times to get into the groove of it and stuff. But they on there popping it. And this right here that made its way back on the internet again. Jim Jones woke up today and said, you know what? Let me go and capitalize on it. He threw me that alley-oop. Let me hit down. His performance is all. I doubt that he comes back with something new. I don't think Jim Jones is going to do another song responding to him. He just like, hey, they got the album that everybody talking about right now. I did get dissed on that album. Why not capitalize on the moment? This is hip-hop. I would expect that from him. This makes way more sense to the stuff he was saying about Nas. And that change of whips, that's the one that Kendrick Lamar's on, and he ran that verse. That's the whole reason that they said they had the discrepancies over there with Def Jam and UMG, because they didn't want to clear that Kendrick Lamar song on that verse. And we had already heard the snippet of that 2 years ago, like I said, at the fashion show. But now that Clipse album is gone. And I kind of was peeping that when they first started releasing snippets, when I heard Ace and Trumpets, I was like, okay, it was cool. But then the more and more I heard it, like getting posted on the timeline, the more and more I seen like visuals coming out, it just getting played. I was like, oh nah, this finna go up. Hey, and they didn't let down when I listened to the album. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 shit shows.
So who would win in the battle? Clipse or Jim Jones? What, Jim Jones? Jimmy. I mean, shit. Jim Jones. He just wanted to be in the spotlight. But he put out an old disc from 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't really equate to nothing. He's all in the spotlight, but it don't really translate to the music. You know? Tell me how that works. So Max B's coming out just now. He's like, yo, Jimmy got to step his bar game up if he wants to work with him. That's what Max B said. She's funny as hell, bro. Jimmy. What's your beef with Pusha T and all this for? I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know? So, yo, let me ask you, what do you think about the new Clipse album? Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I got a few songs in. I didn't listen to the whole thing there.
Yeah.
But it sounds like classic Clipse to me. Very lyrical.
It didn't fall out.
Half decent.
They're consistent.
Classic.
They're consistent. Yeah. They're consistent.
Yeah.
They're consistent. That's one thing you could say about them. Yeah. So let's check this one out. Let's see
really woke up one day and chose chaos, real chaos. Out of nowhere, he decided to pick fights with not one, not two, but three of the most respected heavyweights in hip hop: Nas, Pusha T, and No Mouth. And now he's finding out real quick that some wars just ain't meant to be started, especially when you're swinging at legend. And right now, watching him spiral in slow-mo, what Jim thought was just a little hot take has now backfired in the biggest way possible. That harmless opinion, most calculated clapbacks hip-hop has seen in years. And once folks realized what was really happening, jaws hit the floor. Because whether he meant to or not, Jim didn't just ruffle feathers. He may have accidentally revived one of the most iconic duos that brought Clipse back from the dead. All of this started over some shade about Nas supposedly not being relevant, and now it's turned into it up front and center at Paris Fashion Week with Pharrell, Beyonce, and Jay-Z all sitting in the front row like it was a live guy who said Pusha T's music never meant anything to him is now getting used as the rollout for Clipse's comeback. You could literally feel Harlem stop breathing.
Tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
like, let's keep
Jim didn't just throw shade. He went straight for the jugular. He dragged Nas's entire legacy into the conversation uninvited about. And the wildest part, that wasn't even the worst thing he said that week. Instead of falling back after the backlash, Jim doubled down, then tripled down. He laughed through the controversy, repeated the same disrespect on multiple platforms. The Breakfast Club, Bag Fuel, Nightcap with Shannon Sharp, even random street interviews and live streams. Anywhere there was a mic, Jim was talking slick. At first, he tried to play it off like he was just being real as a fan, but then he upped the wildness even more during his Bag Fuel interview. He didn't just diss Nas again, he tried to flip the whole story. He claimed he's the one who made Nas go viral again. According to Jim, no one had been checking for Nas since the Ether days, and now he's the reason folks even bringing Nas's name up again. Like what? Fans were stunned. He really tried to rewrite history and disrespect a legend in the same breath. Jim literally said this with his whole chest. Yep, that's what he said. On camera, no hesitation, like it was sweet. But here's the thing. Jim clearly had no clue who he was dealing with. Nas ain't the type to hop online and go bar for bar in a comment section. He doesn't yell. He doesn't bark back. He moves in silence and aligns with billionaires. He partners with tech giants and real estate moguls, then reminds everyone where the real power lives without even raising his voice. While Jim was out here cracking jokes and starting imaginary beefs for clout, Nas was dead silent, but working quietly, strategically, building something way bigger than a diss track. Behind the scenes, he was laying bricks for what's shaping up to be one of the most iconic cultural landmarks Queens has ever seen. And just when everyone thought Nas wasn't going to respond, boom, he pulls one of the coldest, most grown man flexes in hip-hop history. No words, no shade, just results. He hopped on Instagram and posted an ad for a $5 billion casino investment project right in Queens, while Jim was busy throwing matches and Nas was building the damn city.
The future is not something you wait for. It's something you build. It lives in the hands of the doers, the dreamers, the people who refuse to stand still. Resorts World is more than a casino. It's energy. It's opportunity. It's hope for the borough. A second chance for some, a first step for many. It's where community gathers, not just to win, but to build a future once imagined. This isn't just business. This is legacy. And now it's time to invest in us.
That wasn't just a business move. That was Nas loudly saying, I'm too rich for this convo. And honestly, if that was the only fire Jim played with, this whole story might have cooled off right there. But nope, Jim just had to keep poking. And this time, he went for Pusha T. Yep, Jim literally dragged Push into the mix, saying Pusha T isn't even top 50. Like, be for real.
Can you sing along the 5 Pusha T records right now? His records.
Yes.
His records?
Yeah.
Name
I
them.
love Pusha. Nostalgia.
Oh, you was a Pusha T fan. He's like, I didn't know he had fans like that. Can you name 5 Pusha T records? No, his records. Pusha T. I love your soul, my dog. You're not in my top 50. You might be in Charlemagne's top 50 and things like that. But you haven't done that much for me in my life. Like I didn't never want to be like Pusha. I never had a Pusha moment in my life. I never thought like you dig. Like where I'm from, I just want to be like you if you was really that dude in that rapper and things
Wayne
like that.
wanted to be like Pusha. He was influenced by Pusha.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's why Pusha did the Mr. Me Too record.
Okay, cool. You a very strong Pusha T fan. Yeah. But what else has he bring to the game? Did he make people want to dress like him? Did he have some slang that everybody was talking like him? There'll be the girls, all the girls wanted to do him. Like, what is
What Jim didn't realize is that he wasn't just throwing shade at one rapper. This time, both Clipse brothers were watching. Because no malice. He was listening. And that changed everything. Now fans are wondering if Jim just did the unthinkable, accidentally reunited Clipse with one reckless hot take. Let's rewind for a second. Clipse hadn't been active together in nearly 50. Jim started running his mouth. Pusha had already started laying the foundation for something special. In a Rolling Stone interview, he gave us a hint, talking about how he was trying to pull No Malice back in. He said, I'm like, yo, listen to what I just made. We can really do this. And he brushes me off. Then added, if I had it my way, it would be the Clipse. It's really up to my brother. Fast forward, and boom, Jim might have just given him the perfect reason to make it happen. The reunion rumors kicked up heavy after they hit the stage together at Farrell's Something in the Water Festival in Virginia Beach back in 2022. That moment, it was low-key, but it planted the seed. And now, Jim might have just poured gasoline on it.
Make some noise for the Clipse. Genesis. Now hold on. Make some noise for the Clipse, y'all.
Just a few months after that sparked up again, this time Complex Con.
I would say he's the greatest of all times. The relevancy that he keeps showing year after year, hit after hit, record after record. Any record that he has put out has seemed to go multiple platinum. Like that's never has happened before in this history. I mean, there's a few other people that do astronomical numbers like that, but he really in it. Like.
Then came Chicago's Hyde Park Summerfest, and once again the brothers were side by side, hitting the stage and ripping through classics from Lord Willin' and Hell Hath No Fury. No Malice didn't just show up, he showed out, and the vibe. It felt like something bigger was building, but what happened next is what had the whole culture on alert. Suddenly, Clipse showed up in Paris, walking the Louis Vuitton runway, hand in hand with Pharrell, who had just taken over as the creative director for LV's menswear line. The moment was already legendary, but then it leveled up. Jay-Z and Beyonce were sitting front row, soaking it all in, cameras flashing, fashion elite buzzing, and right in the middle of the show, a brand new Clipse track started playing through the speakers. It was cold, it was precise, it was personal. And the lyrics, they weren't subtle at all. Pusha T was locked in on one name only, Jim Jones. He wasn't sending shots in the dark, he was looking directly at him. But this wasn't your typical diss track. This was calculated. It was poetic, and it debuted at Paris Fashion Week in front of the most powerful names in culture. Pharrell, the man leading the show and controlling the entire Louis Vuitton brand, he was backing the moment, signing it full force. Jim thought it was just hot take. This was global humiliation on a runway. Pharrell didn't say a word, but fans, they started connecting the dots real quick. Was this all part of a silent revenge plot? A quiet chess move cooked up at 55's headquarters, straight from Pharrell's mind to get back at Jim for years of side eyes, slick talk, and low-key disrespect? Honestly, it's very possible. Let's not forget, Jim had been out here hyping Drake as the GOAT in interview after interview, clearly aligning himself with Push's biggest rival. And he wasn't low about it either. He straight up drew the line in the sand in this Complex interview.
I was coming home one day and talking with myself. I said, I'm just gonna live. Forget this guilty, feeling. Forget all this regret. Do what you want to do. Ain't nobody else tripping like you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and party and do it up. And I literally tried to sear my conscience, like forget it. So when people say you found God, I did not find God. I was trying to party with the devil. Trust me, I was trying to go hard. God himself said, no, not you. He did not allow me to do it. And that's what I seen with my own eyes, whether anyone believes it or not.
Just like that, Clipse didn't come back with a press tour, a media rollout, or even a lead single. They came back with a statement, a revenge track, and dropped it on one of the biggest cultural stages in the world. Jim thought he was just running his mouth, but turns out Pusha and No Malice were plotting, and he walked right into the setup. Now, everybody's asking the same thing. Did Jim just hand No Malice the greatest comeback moment in rap history, or did he accidentally write his own musical obituary? Because let's be clear, the album hasn't even dropped yet, and it's already causing tremors. And the man behind the curtain? None other than Pharrell. Not just a producer, not just a collaborator. He's family. He's the architect of the Clipse sound, the one who shaped their whole sonic identity from day one. So when Jim publicly disrespected their legacy, called them irrelevant, and tried to clown their catalog in interviews, he didn't just diss Pusha, he took shots at the entire foundation. And nobody saw No Malice coming. For over a decade, he's been quiet. The older brother who stepped away from the rap game embraced faith and left the streets behind. While Pusha stayed in the fire, No Malice found peace and had made it very clear he had no plans of picking the mic up again until now.
Jim, I wasn't talking about you.
I mean, and I would be hurt. I would be heartbroken. I would be so upset. You hurt?
So when No Malice's voice came through those speakers during the Louis Vuitton show in Paris, it wasn't just surprising, it sent chills down spines. You could feel it. This wasn't just a verse, it was surgical. Let's break that down for a second. No Malice wasn't out here tossing light bars. He came with layers, and every line had a name on it. Bird talk, we all parrots. That wasn't some random metaphor. That was a direct shot at Bird Gang. Jim's entire brand, his image, his crew, his identity, and it didn't stop there. Paris, Dallas, those weren't throwaway cities. Those were the exact ones Jim mentioned just days earlier in his freestyle over the Chains and Whips beat. No Malice wasn't reacting. He was watching, locked in, and waiting to strike. But what had fans buzzing even more? It wasn't just that he rapped. It was how he rapped. Like he had been holding this in for years. Like he'd been waiting for someone to hand him a reason. Suddenly, No Malice's return wasn't just hype. It felt like a warning. He didn't come back for fun. He came back to set the record straight. And Jim, he gave him the green light, and after the Paris diss made waves, Jim tried to play it cool. He posted a clip of himself laughing at Pusha's verse, brushing it off like it was nothing, but then came Drink Champs. And that's when the cracks started to show.
You know, it's always on the Big Mac. You'll drop when we drive by in the car with a Big Mac. The last year you dropped that was always take that shit back. What you got your rubber around? What you trying to bring the country out? Talking about your brother, what happened to that boy? Looking like they selling tracks to that boy. Really though, enough for the jokes. It's getting embarrassed. I really got some money.
Right there, that was the moment he slipped. The mask dropped. Jim felt that diss, and the pain was peeking through the tough talk. So what did he do next? He jumped back in the booth and recorded his Chains and Whips freestyle, a whole response track over the same exact beat Clipse used to line him up. Now it's more than rap, it's chess, and Jim just made his next move.
On the Spotify Rap Caviar podcast about Pusha T.
People don't like people, yeah. See, there we go. And then look what happens. But I'm ready for all things, man. Shouts to Pusha, shouts to that guy, shouts to the Clipse. You know what I mean? Congratulations.
Do you like the new song?
No, but you know.
You don't like Ace Trumpets?
What's so great about it?
It's so good. It's so hard. So yeah, there's something going on that you ain't tell us about, bro.
It's good and what? A nostalgic value of it.
You don't think Ace Trumpets is
believe
hard?
it. I don't believe them. But that's a whole nother story. I don't want to downplay nobody's craft and their music. I want to uplift everybody and things like that. But I don't listen to their music. I never have. I can't recall so many records that I can remember.
Then came the Bet Awards, and things took another turn. Bootleg Kev caught up with Jim for a quick interview. And true to form, Jim tried to play it cool, tried to give that same unbothered energy he always does. But when Kev brought up Clipse's new track, Chains and Trumpets, oh, Jim couldn't help himself. Interview. Jim went straight into damage control, brushing off the record, claiming Clipse was just riding nostalgia and calling the bars mid. But instead of sounding like a seasoned vet, he came off like a rapper spiraling live on camera. The energy was off, the confidence felt forced, and the internet noticed. Because here's the thing, what do you do when the legends you tried to clown suddenly start gaining even more power? When their comeback gets co-signed by the entire culture, you've only got two options, fall back or double down. And Jim, he grabbed another mic and doubled down hard. And just when folks thought he couldn't dig the hole any deeper, he pulled out a fresh shovel. He went straight back to his favorite target, on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp. Yup, Jim launched into another full-blown tirade, trying to spin the same tired narrative like nobody had seen through it already. It was wild to watch because at this point, Jim's not just beefing, he's committed to it. He's risking legacy moves trying to one-up a comeback he accidentally helped launch. Jim really tried to say Nas was never all that influential.
I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
You said that,
but listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit run. Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like
Ain't no shame in that. There a lot of folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly.
That's like saying Jordan fell off after Space Jam, straight delusional. While Jim kept chasing clout and talking wild for headlines, Clipse was out here executing a blueprint. They weren't just clapping back, they were orchestrating a whole cultural takeover. The duo finally unveiled the full rollout for their long-anticipated reunion album, Let God Sort 'Em Out. And if people thought Chains and Whips was the climax, nah, that was just a teaser. This project wasn't a comeback, it was a declaration. The track list, a masterclass, Nas, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler, the Creator, The Dream, John Legend, executive production, of course, Pharrell. The lineup alone told you this wasn't a nostalgia trip, it was a power move. And just when the industry thought they had control, Clipse flipped the table. Here's the twist. Originally, the album was supposed to drop through Def Jam, but then the whispers started. Word is, Def Jam tried to censor Kendrick's verse, a verse that allegedly held surgical indirects toward Drake, Travis Scott, and the whole fake political game within the industry. Clipse wasn't having it. No negotiation, no compromise. They pulled out of the deal instantly, took the entire project to Rock Nation. That one move, it said everything. Clipse wasn't just back. They were taking control, making noise on their terms. And remember when Jim mocked Pusha asking, who even backs this guy? Well, they answered. Not with words, but with impact. Global rollout, billionaire partnerships, legends on the track list. So next time someone asks who's really got the juice in this game, just point to this moment. Because Clipse didn't just return. They reminded everyone why they were feared in the first place. Jim really said Nas was never that influential. That's like saying Michael Jordan fell off after Space Jam. Make it make sense. It's not just wrong. It's wild. But while Jim was still chasing clout and talking spicy for attention, Clipse was moving like masterminds behind the scenes. They weren't just making noise, they were making moves. That's when they officially rolled out their long-awaited reunion album, Let God Sort 'Em Out. And if you thought Chains and Whips was the high point, that was just the intro. This wasn't a throwback moment. It was a full-on power shift. The features were elite. Nas, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler, the Creator, The Dream, John Legend, all lined up. Executive producer, none other than Pharrell. Every piece of this album screamed intent. They weren't coming back for nostalgia. They were coming back to dominate. But then came the twist. The album was originally set to drop under Def Jam until Def Jam allegedly tried to silence Kendrick's verse. And according to whispers, that verse had some serious indirects aimed at Drake, Travis Scott, and the industry's shady behind-the-scenes politics. Clipse didn't flinch. No delay, no compromise. They walked away from the deal and took the entire project straight to Rock Nation. That move, it spoke volumes. Clipse wasn't playing industry games. They were rewriting the rules. And the funniest part, Jim once asked, who even got Push's back like that? Well, the answer showed up in bold. Pharrell, Kendrick, Nas, Rock Nation, legends, billionaires, icons. And so yeah, Clipse didn't just drop an album, they made a statement and left no room for doubt about who really runs this rap game now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Not all of them, some of them though. Jim.
I respect your ambition, Jimmy, but nah, we ain't doing all that, man. That shit is whack. That shit is lame. That's it. You cloud chasing more than you're rapping. And on that note, it's your boy Mac Mizzle. Catch you back here tomorrow night. Same Mac time, same Mac channel. And you know my slogan, keep it real in the field, forget how they feel. Peace in the Middle East. You already know.